Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I'm going to be bringing you my TBR for the American Horror Stories Reading Challenge. Now you are asking yourself, what is the American Horror Stories Reading Challenge? Well, I am going to tell you. The American Horror Stories Reading Challenge is a reading challenge that was created by Pruitt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link to his channel down in the description below, and I will also leave a link to the original video for this reading challenge. Alright, so Prue, if you haven't seen Prue's channel, haven't been to Prue's channel, go over and check it out. He's going to have some ghostly greetings for you, and he wants you to holler back at him, alright? So, when you go over there, he's got, like I said, he's got a great channel. He went away from YouTube for a while. He's back again, so go show the guy some love, because, like I said, he's got an excellent channel. The dude's funny as hell, alright? So what he's done for this is he has taken each season of American Horror Story, and he has created a challenge for each of those seasons that revolves around the theme of each one of those seasons. So that being said, let's go ahead and get underway, and I'll give you each season, and I'll tell you what I chose for that particular season to read. All right, here we go. So for the first season, we got Murder House, and that is to read a book about a ghost or haunted house. I went the haunted house route. For that one, I chose You Should Have Left by Daniel Kelman. Now, I know this is translated, but I'm not sure from what. All right, so anyway, a screenwriter, his wife, and their 4-year-old daughter rent a house in the mountains of Germany, but something isn't right. As he tolls on a sequel to his most successful movie, the screenwriter notices that rooms aren't where he remembered them and finds in his notebook words that are not his own. And that is You Should Have Left by Daniel Kelman. All right, folks, so for season 2, we got Asylum, and that is to read a book about an asylum or mental illness. Now, I decided to go with the mental illness side of this because I've read a couple books on asylums. I'm not really big on them. They're okay, but I just decided I wanted to do something different. So for that one, I chose mental illness. So for that one, I chose The Collector by John Fowles. And this is an oldie, but a goodie from what I understand. This is a tale of obsessive love, the story of a lonely clerk who collects butterflies, and of the beautiful young art student who is his ultimate quarry. It remains unparalleled in its power to startle and mesmerize. And that is The Collector by John Fowles. All right, season 3, Coven. Read a book about witches or a book involving magic. And for that one, I just got this one in the mail the other day from Silver Shamrock Publishing. And this is The Milan Witch. And this is by Catherine Cavendish. An idyllic coastal cottage near a sleepy village. What could be more perfect for Robin Crow, borrowing her sister's recently renovated holiday home for the summer? Seems just what she needs to deal with the grief of losing her beloved husband. But behind those pretty walls lie many secrets and legends of a malevolent sisterhood. 2 witches burned for their evils centuries earlier. Once both their vile spirits were trapped there. Now one has been released, one who is determined to find her sister. Only Robin stands in her way, and the crow has returned. And that is The Milan Witch for season 3, Coven. That's the challenge. All right, well, we got season 4. Season 4 is Freak Show. Read a book about a monster or a circus, carnival, fair, etc. So for that one, I'm going to read one that I've already got planned to read for the Halloween Creature Feature Reading Extravaganza. Yes, that is a shameless plug for my own particular readathon that I've got going on from October 1st to October 31st. So I'm going to read Creature by Hunter Shea. The monsters live inside Kate Woodson. Chronic pain and autoimmune diseases have robbed her of a normal, happy life. However, things start to look up when her husband Andrew surprises her with a stay in a Dream Lake cottage in Maine for the summer. It's beautiful, remote, idyllic, a place to heal. But they are not alone. Something is in the woods, screeching in the darkness, banging on the house and leaving animals for dead. Its jagged screams can be heard late into the night. Whatever it is, so far, it hasn't come into the house, but how long will that last? Kate's condition worsens and she becomes feverish, unable to tell dream from reality. Soon the cottage becomes their prison, and they'll be lucky to escape alive. That is Creature, and that is for the Freak Show challenge. All right, so let me admit something right here, right now. Hotel, or actually Freak Show, was the last season of American Horror Story that I watched, all right? So that being said, I don't know a lot about the rest of the show. I know there's Roanoke, there's 1984, there's all different ones. I haven't watched them. I do plan on going back and watching them. It's just that I think I got kind of burned out for a while. So going into the rest of these, I don't really know much about what's going on with the season. So yeah, that's just me telling you that. I don't know why. All right, so season 5? Season 5, Hotel. Read a book about a creepy hotel, vampires, or serial killers. And for that one, I went with The Resort by Bentley Little. The Riata is an exclusive spa located in the isolated in the Arizona desert, a perfect getaway from the city for people like Lowell Thurman and his family, booked for a relaxing 5-day retreat. But what unfolds is anything but tranquil. Unnerving encounters with strange employees, wild parties in empty rooms, something unspeakable in the pool. Then, one by one, guests begin disappearing. The Thurmans are afraid because out in the middle of nowhere, with no escape and no one to hear them scream, they're left with only one terrifying choice. Unlock the dark secrets of the Riata themselves before the real carnage begins. And that is The Resort by Bentley Little. And this will be the second Bentley Little book that I've read. I know I said a while back I was going to try to read all of his books and going to try to read them in order. Going a little bit out of order with this one because I think his second book was, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. The Mailman, I believe. Yes. Anyway, moving on. That is the Hotel challenge. All right, going on. We got Roanoke. Read a book about an urban legend, found footage, or a book based on actual events. I'm not really sure how they can make a found footage book. That would be interesting. How would that work? Anyway, I chose The Black Tongue by Marco Hautala. And this is another one that is translated, I believe, from the Finnish. That's Finnish, not from the end. The Finnish, as in Finland. For generations, the urban legend of Granny Hatchet has plagued the quiet residential area, Subvikila, in northern Finland, and I am sorry if I'm butchering that. As the story goes, this immortal killer murders her victims with a hatchet, then buries their hearts in a potato field and eats them after they've rotted black. But not everyone is convinced it is just a story. Maisa Rippinen has returned to her hometown to complete her dissertation on urban folklore at the same time that Samuel Autio has come home to arrange his father's funeral. As hazy, disturbing memories from their past meld with strange events in the present, Maisa and Samuel attempt to make sense of the town's fearful obsession with the mythical Granny Hatchet. But if it's only a legend, then why are people still vanishing without a trace? And by the way, Granny Hatchet and the 70s Southern rock band Molly Hatchet, they're not related. Anyway, that's The Black Tongue by whom? Marco Hautala. And that is the Roanoke challenge. All right, next up, we got Cult. Read a book about a cult, politics, or a horror novel written by a LGBTQ author. For that one, I'm going way back to, I believe, the 70s and The Sentinel by Jeffrey Convitz. And that is a creepy old man in the cover, and that is an even creepier step back cover. That is just, ew, wow. A novel that takes you to the very boundaries of belief, and one shattering step beyond. The Sentinel. A beautiful young model, the old brownstone apartment she simply had to have, the grotesque blind priest who watched down on her day and night from an upper story window, the pair of perverted creatures who wanted her to join their circle, the mad little old man who gave her tea and sympathy, the cool, calculating, supremely rational lover who first mocked her fears, and the secret you will never be able to forget, even if you try. And that is The Sentinel, and that is by Jeffrey Convitz, and that is the Cult Challenge. All right, what do we got after Cult? All right, we got Apocalypse. Read a book about demons, exorcisms, or a dystopian setting. For that one, I might be cheating just a little bit, but I do think that this particular creation or creature is actually a demon. I think it is a hunger demon, if you want to say. Anyway, I chose The Wendigo by Algernon Blackwood. This was written a long time ago. Another camper tale, this time set in the Canadian wilderness. A hunting party separates to track moose, and one member is abducted by the Wendigo of legend. And that is The Wendigo by Algernon Blackwood. And I think I got the illustrated edition. I got on my Kindle. All right. Let's see what we got next. Oh, are we heading into the last one? Did I miss one? Let me see if I missed one here. Hold on a minute here. All right, I got Murder House. I did Asylum. I did Coven. I did Freak Show. I did Hotel. Roanoke. Yeah. Cult. I did that one. Apocalypse. Yep. Dang. I did not realize I'd done that many. Anyway, we're down to the last one, and that is 1984. And it is to read a slasher or summer camp book. For that one, I chose Triple Axe by Scott Cole. Jessie Jenks is a porn star. She has dreams of starting her own adult film production company where she and the other actors will be treated more fairly. But there won't be a production company if she can't come up with the money, or if there aren't any porn stars left. A deranged killer is on the loose, targeting adult entertainers and choking them to death with a weapon that leaves no trace. All right, okay. When the authorities refuse to help Jessie and her two closest friends, the three women decide to take matters into their own hands with axes. As their colleagues fall one by one, they have a plan to stay alive, and they're ready to hatch it. Yes, I said hatchet, as in small axe, not hatchet like hatch a plan, to hatchet. Who wrote this? I did not write it. Anyway, that is the American Horror Stories creature. Excuse me, I got that wrong. I might mix mine in. I'm so sorry. The American Horror Stories Reading Challenge, created by Pruitt. Again, check out his channel. I'll leave a link down in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon.